Hey guys, thanks so much for being here with me on this live stream today. I've got a couple of things that I really want to cover. I know many of you are experiencing, somewhat of a downturn in your voiceover business. You're experiencing some trouble just getting clients. So many of you are on, the pay to plays. You're also on, the different freelance sites like Upwork, Fiverr, People Per Hour, and things of that nature. When you're on these different types of sites, which is great, to be on these types of sites, but you experience ebbs and flows. You experience ups and downs. And the thing about what you're experiencing with this is that you literally have no control over what's happening in your voiceover business because these different sites that you're a part of literally don't have you at top of mind. They don't have your best interest at heart. They are there for their clients, which are the people that are coming to their platforms in order to hire voiceover artists. So their main concern is them. The main concern is not us. And I mean, when you just think about being on a freelance site and how hard it is to get consistent work on all of these on the different freelance sites that are out there, and never mind the rules that you have to abide by, never mind that you have to pay them a fee based on the jobs that you get if you get a job, but there is really, excuse me, no way to track. There is really no way to find a consistent way to generate revenue across the board on all of these different sites that are out there. It's kind of like you're sitting back and waiting. I mean, you may be auditioning if you're on the pay to play sites, but you're competing with hundreds of thousands of other people for the same work, which is, to me, it's kind of ridiculous. Now, I know some people make money on some of these different platforms and sites, but when you're experiencing 1 month you're getting all of this work and then the next month you're not getting any work and it's taking you another 3 months to kind of ramp up again, you've got to understand all of the different algorithms that are at play in these different sites, and you can start to understand why you're experiencing what you're experiencing with going up and down in the money you're generating on all these other freelance sites and pay to play sites. And that gets kind of hard. It gets kind of debilitating. It gets kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? You experience depression because you have no way of getting anything on a consistent basis so that you can plan from day to day, week to week, month to month, year to year in regards to how much you're going to make. Because, if you don't know what's coming in because you have no system set up to see that and to track that. And believe me, there's no way to track any of this on these pay to plays and stuff like that. You just cannot get a good consistency going. And so that's why you're experiencing this. So, what is it that you actually want? Excuse me. What is the thing that you actually want to experience in your voiceover business so that you can start getting some consistency? You've got to have a plan set up in place where you're not depending on these other platforms to build the bulk of your business on. And let me just tell you, if you're just on these different pay to plays and freelance sites, most of you probably aren't making 2,000 a month. You're probably not, and if you're hitting that, it's like rare, or you might have a big month and then you'll go dry for a couple of months. You need to have a plan set in place, a formula set in place so that you know how to go directly to the client. There's no hands down, hands down, this is the only way you're going to really build a real business in voiceover. And I know that that's what you want to do. You want to have a real business in voiceover because to most of you, this is not a hobby. This is something that you're looking to support your family with. Am I right? I mean, who's in this just for a hobby and who wants to make some real money? Let me know that in your comments or in the chat section there, because at the end of the day, this is why we're doing this. This is why I'm doing this. I'm doing this to be able to take care of my family. I'm doing this so that I can have the lifestyle that I want. And that's what you want to experience, above and beyond that, you want to experience having the comfort to know that by using a certain formula, that you can start tracking and really be consistent with the work that you're getting. And you're not dependent or beholden to a platform to toss you up an audition here or there. That's what this is all about. You want to build a business where you can track your revenue. And for me, I mean, I'm on what? Voice 123, I'm on Fiverr, and I have agents. But those three things only represent about 2 to 3% of my income every year. Because when you understand and know that you can go out and do the same things that these other sites are doing, this becomes trackable. This becomes, you can see what's going to happen on a consistent basis from month to month because of the efforts that you're doing yourself off of these platforms. And if you're dependent on a platform, you're not building a business, because those platforms could change an algorithm in a second. Those platforms could go out of business. Do you remember when we experienced the Facebook shutdown? Do you remember that? It's like anything can happen with these platforms. So you want to make sure that you're developing a plan and doing something that is going to drive consistent revenue week after week and month after month into your voiceover business. Now, some of the reasons, why you're experiencing the things that you're experiencing is you just may not know what to do. You may not know there's another option. You may not know that there's more to voiceover than just these platforms that are out there. And you look at some of the more successful people in voiceover, and you're wondering how they're doing it. Most of them are not doing it on a platform. Are there some that are? Yep. But you've put all your eggs in one basket, and you're not even close to what those other guys and gals are doing on these platforms. And so you may be experiencing some of this trouble because you don't know that there's another way to do this. There's a better way to do this. There's a more consistent way to do this. And this is why now I'm coming on and I'm doing this video now, because look, I want you guys to win. It's just that simple. I want you guys to win at what you're trying to build in your voiceover business. And a lot of that comes from, the reason why you're not winning. A lot of that just comes from, this is more than just having the talent to get behind a microphone and go through a script. This is a business that you're developing, and the talent that you have has nothing to do with the business that you're going to build. How many people are great artists? They call them starving artists. They're great musicians. They're great singers, but they never make it because they don't know the business end of this. So you can be the best person at doing voiceover, the most outstanding person at audio production, but if you don't have the number one skill that you need, which is business development, all of that other stuff can go by the wayside. You've got to understand how to build the business of voiceover. So here's what needs to happen in order to make this better. All right. So coming up, let me just grab my note here. All right. So coming up on April 23rd, I'm going to be taking enrollment again for my signature course, which is the Steps to Voiceover Success Masterclass. It's going to be a free webinar. You may be able to see some links around this video, but I'm not really putting those links out yet, but there's probably one or two that are around this video so that you can really start seeing and getting an understanding of the framework that you need to put together. As a matter of fact, this is called the 4-step. It's a 4-step framework for a profitable voiceover business. And so when you understand the framework and how to do these things and how to actually stop treating your business like a hobby or just kind of trying to throw something against the wall and hope it sticks, and you really want to develop a plan, when you start really understanding the sales and marketing end of this and you get through, I mean, come on, I know some of you are just frustrated as crap. You've been doing this for years. You've been doing this for years and nothing is really kicking in for you. Some of you are doing better than others, but I dare say that all of us are not where we want to be. There's always higher heights to go. Always higher heights to go. And those people that are really willing to dig in and actually take on a framework and a plan that actually works, it's going to make the difference. So I'll hang out for a few minutes here and answer a couple of questions. Um, excuse me, if you guys got questions that you want to ask me, because this is really big. I mean, if your voiceover business is dying and you're doing the same thing today that you did yesterday that is getting you no result, something's wrong. Something's wrong. All right. Let's see here. All right, someone is in here. Sorry. Let's see. How can I do this? All right, put user in timeout, and there we go. All right, someone's trying to promote their little stuff here in my live stream, which just is not, you don't do that. Anyway, all right, so, but if you guys got any questions, go ahead and start asking. What's up, B Doggy 45? Welcome in, David, Russell, Sheila. Good morning, Marcin. Glad to have you in here. Denise. Who else do we have here? All right, Russell there. Does the whole concept of email marketing work for other businesses aside from just voiceover? In my case, that would be visual effect and mixing and mastering services. Yes. Yes. Email marketing is a great strategy to use. Hands down, across the board. As a matter of fact, here's the thing. One of the things years ago that marketers used to say was your money is in your list, which is your email list. And so whatever type of business that you have, it's one thing to post on social media or something like that. But when someone has actually signed up for your email list and you actually have their email address because they raise their hand and they say that they want more information, those are the people that are your hottest leads, are on your email list. It's not in your Instagram account. It's not in your LinkedIn. It's not on Facebook. Your business is really developed through the type of email list that you're able to develop for people that are ready to, buy your services. What if you and so BDoggy 45 says, what if you understand the business aspect, but need help on the talent part? Well, then you got to go get the help on the talent part. If you're not good at voiceover, then you got to get good. There's no other way. You've got to get some coaching, take a class, work with a coach that is going to be able to help you in the particular genre that you're looking to do in regards to voiceover. Okay, what's up? Good morning, Daniel. B Doggy. People say I have a good voice, just don't know how. Yeah, you've got to get some coaching around that. I don't do that type of coaching. The only type of coaching that I do is business development for voiceover. That's it. I don't talk about your DW. I don't talk about how to do voiceover anymore. I don't talk about your plugins or anything like that. The only thing that I deal with is the people that are right now ready to build a voiceover business. You understand your DW. You already know how to do voiceover. You're good at editing and processing your audio. You know how to do voiceover. What I teach exclusively is how to build that bad boy, how to build the business. All right. Mage Pro, when the marketing plan works and there is more work than you can schedule out, what do you do with your overflow? Well, all that is completely manageable. It's completely manageable by saying no. I can't do that. Or it's probably, if you're getting more work than you can handle, Thomas, it's probably time to raise your prices. That's a good indicator. You're getting more work. If you're getting more work than you can handle, now it's time to raise the price because you're worth it. You're getting booked. And I mean, I'm reading between the lines when you're asking about the overflow, maybe about giving that work to other voiceover artists. But when you do that, you put your reputation on the line based on the capabilities of that other voiceover artist that you might want to ship that work to. And so that's something that you have to consider with that. All right. So Daniel says, do you recommend a good agency? Maybe find an agent. I talked about that at the beginning a little bit in regards to agents are not going to be the thing that puts you over. Yes, go get an agent. You're not going to get a lot of work. Having an agent is really paramount to even being on a freelance site or pay to play, because an agency is going to have hundreds, if not thousands of people on their roster that they're sending auditions to. And this is how crazy it gets. They've got all those people on their roster, right? And now you're on the roster. So now you're auditioning, you're competing with all those other folks. And the person or the end user that came to that agent so that they could find a voiceover artist, that same end client is posting that same audition on Voice123, voices.com, Bulldogo, Fiverr, Upwork. You're competing more than what you think you're competing all the time. And so when you look at why your voiceover business may be failing, it's because you're competing too much. And when we go through the 4-step framework of a profitable voiceover business, it's all about you not competing with anyone. It's about you putting your business on autopilot and not competing with anyone. So I want you guys to be on the lookout, because that webinar is coming up. I think it's on the 23rd. Yeah, the 23rd of April. And I'll be talking more about that between now and then, and you'll probably be getting some emails. And by the way, if you're not a member of my free Facebook group, you probably want to join that if you're ready. There's 3 questions you have to answer. Make sure you answer those questions, because if you don't answer the questions, you don't get in. And there's a link to the free Facebook group in this video as well. And if you're already in the Facebook group, thanks for being there. I've got some killer stuff coming in the next few days. So you definitely want to make sure you're a member of that Facebook group, because I talk about things there that I don't talk about here. All right, guys, thank you so much for being a part of this live stream today, a quick 17-minute live stream. And I appreciate you for being here. If you missed the beginning, make sure to go back and watch it again. And hey, if you liked it, make sure you share. I'll talk to you guys in the next couple of days. I'll be back, and we'll be talking about more stuff so that you can have a profitable voiceover business. All right, you guys take care, and I'll see you next time.